Have you ever called your dog and they just ignored you? You say their name once. Nothing. You say it again. Still nothing. But the strange part? You know they heard you. Their ears moved. Maybe their eyes glanced at you for a split second, and then they simply looked away. Can feel confusing, sometimes even a little hurtful. You start wondering, is my dog ignoring me on purpose? Did I do something wrong? But the truth behind this behavior is far deeper than most people realize. And once you understand the psychology behind it, you may see your dog in a completely different way. Imagine this. You're sitting on the couch. Your dog is lying across the room. You call their name. Hey buddy, come here. Your dog looks up. For a moment it feels like they're about to come to you. But then, they slowly turn their head away. Or they go back to lying down. You call again. Still nothing. Now you feel a little annoyed. Why is my dog ignoring me? Maybe you even think your dog is being stubborn or disrespectful. But here's something interesting. The same dog that ignores you sometimes will run to you instantly at other moments. When you grab the leash, when you open a snack, or when they sense you're about to leave the house, suddenly they are incredibly attentive. So why does your dog sometimes respond immediately, and other times pretend like you don't exist? The answer lies deep inside your dog's emotional psychology. Dogs don't just hear your voice. They feel it. Your dog studies your tone, your energy, your facial expressions. Long before dogs became our companions, their ancestors survived by reading social signals within their pack. Understanding subtle behavior meant survival. And even today, that instinct is still inside your dog. Your dog is constantly observing you. When you walk into a room, they notice your posture. When you speak, they hear the emotion behind your words. When you feel stressed, your dog senses it before you even say anything. This is why many dogs sit quietly next to their owners during hard moments. They are deeply connected to human emotion. But this emotional intelligence also means something else. Your dog doesn't always react based on commands. Sometimes they react based on emotional interpretation. So why would a dog ignore their owner? One common reason is something psychologists call selective attention. Just like humans, dogs prioritize certain signals over others. If your dog hears their name during a moment when nothing exciting is happening, their brain may decide it's not urgent. But if they hear the word walk, their brain instantly switches into high alert. This doesn't mean your dog doesn't care. It simply means their mind is evaluating what matters most in that moment. But there's another deeper psychological reason. Sometimes dogs ignore their owners because they feel emotionally secure. Think about it like this. In nature, animals stay highly alert when they feel unsafe. But when they feel safe, they relax. Your dog ignoring you can actually be a sign that they feel calm and secure in your presence. They trust that nothing bad is happening, so they don't feel the need to react urgently. Ironically, a dog that constantly jumps and reacts to every sound may actually feel more anxious, while a relaxed dog might seem like they're ignoring you, when in reality they simply feel comfortable. But the story doesn't end there, because sometimes, ignoring behavior carries an emotional message. Dogs communicate in ways humans often miss. When a dog turns their head away, looks to the side, or avoids eye contact, these can be subtle signals. In dog psychology, these are often called calming signals. Your dog may be trying to reduce tension. For example, if you call your dog with a frustrated or stressed tone, they might sense that energy. Instead of running toward tension, they create distance. Not because they dislike you, but because they are trying to keep the emotional environment peaceful. It's their way of saying, I feel the tension. Let's slow things down. Dogs are incredibly sensitive to emotional pressure. Sometimes ignoring is not rebellion. Sometimes it is emotional communication. And once you understand this, you start seeing these moments differently. There's a story many dog trainers share. A man once believed his dog had become stubborn. Whenever he called the dog in the evening, the dog ignored him. Night after night it kept happening. The man became frustrated. He thought his dog had stopped respecting him. But one day something unexpected happened. The man had a long, difficult day. When he came home, he didn't call the dog loudly. He simply sat down quietly. No commands, no frustration, just silence. And slowly, the dog walked across the room. Not running, not excited, just calm. The dog sat next to him and gently placed its head on his leg. No words were needed. In that moment the man realized something. His dog had never been ignoring him. The dog had simply been reacting to the emotional energy in the room. When the pressure disappeared, the connection returned instantly. Sometimes dogs don't respond to our words. They respond to our emotions. So what does it really mean when your dog ignores you? It might mean they feel relaxed and safe. It might mean they are prioritizing other signals in their environment. Or sometimes, they may be responding to the emotional tone behind your voice. But rarely does it mean your dog doesn't care. In fact, the dogs that ignore commands sometimes are often the same dogs that quietly watch over their owners. The ones who sit nearby. The ones who follow you from room to room. The ones who sleep peacefully beside you at night. Their love isn't always loud. Sometimes it's simply quiet presence. Next time your dog seems to ignore you, pause for a moment. Look at them carefully. Notice their body language, their breathing, their eyes. You might discover something surprising. Your dog may not be ignoring you at all. They might simply be comfortable enough to be completely themselves around you. And for a dog, that kind of trust is one of the deepest forms of love. Because to your dog, you are not just a voice calling their name. You are their home.